No? Okay.
Mhm.
All right, that's probably going to be the hardest one to complete. It's a lot of, it's just time, you know, you just have to, it's just time.
So, like those slides are the new final project if we don't have cheap architects.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Just go through those, make them your own, you know, make a copy, make them their own, and add the things as you need to just show and explain the best you can what your ideas and your vision are for the store. And like I told you before, if you want to take that, you know, MKT and make it a menswear store or something completely different that's not their vision, you can do that. That's okay too.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't know. Small businesses are struggling, so I hope they're still able to expand and use our ideas. But, you know, we just don't know right now. So, okay, so let's move on. I'll share back my screen with you, and let's move on to the next assignment. So digital floor plan, that's where you'll use this one. So all the old information, you won't use it anymore. The fashion show, gone. We can't do the fashion show. It's just gone, but you're all welcome to help next year. So I made up a digital visual merchandising thing, which you kind of did that in this class anyway, but we did it sort of in class quickly together. It wasn't as really as big of an assignment. So I kind of replaced the fashion show with this assignment. So I gave you some just information about digital visual merchandising, which is really important right now because all stores are all online pretty much. So flat lays, I gave you information about flat lays to show you what they are and what they were. Flat lays are where they lay things on the, you know, on the ground and kind of arrange them cute. A lot of people use them for Instagram, for their website, for blogs. And they're actually, they seem really simple, but if you haven't ever done one, they're actually kind of hard to do and make look nice. So I want you to practice those. So the flat lay assignment, look through this stuff, and I found from just a bunch of different resources ways to make a good flat lay, some tips for making flat lays. So that's in these slides right here. And then the assignment is to create 2 flat lays. Yeah, 2 flat lays. So you're basically going to use the same items of clothing. So pick something out of your house. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but just an outfit with accessories that has a color story like we would use in class, you know, all the same color intensity, at least, you know, 2 or 3, well, whatever. You could do black, white, and red. So 2 or 3 colors with neutrals. Make sure it kind of revolves around a theme or like an outfit you would wear somewhere. You know, maybe your theme is vacation, when I can go on vacation again, or whatever. You can also put other things around it like, you know, plants, flowers, seashells, whatever, like little props to make it look interesting. And so I just said you have to use at least 4 clothing items, clothing or accessory items. You can use more than that though. I mean, that's basically a t-shirt, shorts, shoes, and something else, sunglasses, socks, a necklace, something. So think about the background and what it looks like. Think about your photography, kind of everything I saw said to stand above and take pictures from up top. When we did this in class last year, shadows were really hard when you're standing above it. So just just look at the pictures and take them again if they're not right, but you all have a phone, so you can do it with your phone. And then just create 2 different flat lay options for the same items. So just kind of 2 different ways you could arrange those same items differently for a picture for online. And then give a description. So think about, okay, I'm going to put this on my website or my blog or something to sell this stuff. So then just include a description of the item, you know, where you might wear it. Just like think about what would you say about these things if you were trying to sell them to someone, okay? It's pretty simple. And so this, again, I also, I encourage you, if you want to work smarter, not harder, if you wanted to do something with flat lays for your blog post that we're going to talk about in a minute, you could, you know, maybe use something like this, or maybe you find items from your closet that you want to display on the table in your store plan, and you could take your flat lay picture and use it for two things. Okay, if maybe that works out. The other thing that's really important in digital visual merchandising is try-on videos. I don't know if you guys probably watch try-on videos on Instagram, Facebook Live, TikTok. I don't know, where do you, all over the place. Basically where someone says what they're wearing, they explain how it fits, you're able to see it. I actually have been just reading about social selling and how people prefer, you know, we see small boutiques here do social selling where they do a live feed and they sell the items. In China, that social selling is like a $4 billion way to get sales, not beyond online sales. So it's super popular all over the world. So basically you're just gonna take an outfit that you like, explain what you're wearing, how it fits, talk about how to wear it different ways. A try on video is usually about, I don't know, 15 to 35 seconds. It's not super long. And then just send it. So just put all of this into a slide. Try on videos, you might feel really awkward doing it, and that's okay. I just want you to try it, right? Just do it, just try it. I know I would feel super awkward doing it, but I'm not going to show it to anyone. I'll just look at it. But if you have to do that for your job someday, or for a boutique you own or something, you want to kind of know at least how it works. So you could put it on TikTok if you want to, make it fun. Do it on TikTok, do it on YouTube, or just send me a video file from your phone. Any of that is fine. So if you don't want the rest of the world to see it. So
do you use the same outfits that you use for the flat lay for that?
You can. You don't have to, but you can.
Okay.
I would say that would be easy. If you find an outfit you like, you might as well use it, but it's totally up to you.
Okay.
Yeah. And really, so any other questions about this specifically?
Nope.
This one should be, I mean, should be kind of fun. An afternoon of playing dress up should be okay. So the blog post, let me lead to that. You could use the outfits if you're making a blog post about different outfits for XYZ. You could make your try on, your flat lay, something that could also go on your blog post. So just think about, if you don't, you don't have to. You can, if you want to play dress up and get 20 different outfits going, that's fine. But I'm just letting you know you can kind of double it over. So the blog post, there's Marley. Say hi. Say hi. What? I don't know, baby. He must be, I don't know. He'll be back in a second. He's here somewhere. Okay, so the blog post, there's instructions here on how to do it. The biggest thing is that you have to sign out of your student email account and sign into to the UCM Fashion email account. When a lot of people start doing this, sometimes Google freaks out and says someone's trying to hack this. So it will make you get a code, a digital code, and it will send it to my phone. So whenever I get a digital code, I will say, who do I need to send this to? So if you get a thing that says you need to enter a digital code, send me an email and say, hey, it told me I needed a code to get into the blog. And then I'll check my text messages and I'll send it to you real quick. Okay. So that's the biggest hitch that we've run into with this at all, is just having people need a code to get in there. So the blog posts, there are, in this digital visual merchandising, there's information about blogs in here, and you can look at our other blogs that are our blog. You can look at what people have done in the past to kind of get inspiration and see how it looks. None of them get posted if they're not good, basically. So you can redo it 15 times, but I will not actually make it available to the world if it has typos in it, if it has mistakes in it, if it's not quality. So just make sure that you are mindful of other people's content. Don't just go take pictures off of the internet that are other people's and stick them on. Whoa, Matt. My dog is chasing a cat. So just make sure that I would like for you to use your own pictures as much as possible on here. You have to have 2 original pictures, which means pictures that you took. So those could be flat lays, they could be pictures of you wearing stuff, they could be pictures of stuff in your house, I don't know, something. Pictures that you took when you were on vacation somewhere, something like that. But just don't go steal other people's pictures off of their blogs, Instagram, and put them on your blog as your own. So that's kind of the biggest thing. But you just need to have a heading, like a title that's catchy. And most good blogs have kind of subheadings. So they'll say, you know, you want it to be easy to read. You have to have at least 200 words, which is not a lot of words, but kind of some words. But you want it to be really easy to read. You want people to be able to scroll and read quickly. You don't want giant blocks of text. You guys know you don't want to read like, you know, this much just words, right? So just kind of split up your stuff in real little chunks and make it easy to read, put lots of pictures. You will sign up for a topic, which I put some kind of inspiration on here. You could do something like how to survive quarantine or how to do XYZ during quarantine, how to get a haircut or something, but you don't have to do that, obviously, which I see some people have signed up. Outfit with basics, how to style an outfit in many ways. So getting streetwear looks. So just make sure you don't do the exact same post as someone else, you know, and just make it unique and go for it. What questions do you have about that?
Are we just we're coming up with our own topic for that?
Yep.
Okay.
Just make sure, sign up for your topic. That way, if someone's doing, I don't know, vacation outfits, and someone else puts vacation outfits on here, we need to just make sure that you're not both going the same place in the same swimsuit, you know, make sure that they're a little bit, 2 people can do vacation, but, you know, maybe one is in the mountains and one is in the beach or something, I don't know. So we just need to make sure we don't totally have all the same posts. Any other questions about that? That's what, once you get into Blogger, it's just a little, I don't know, you just have to play with it. So once you are actually doing your blog post, you might have some questions, but just, you know, you can ask me then. I do know with pictures, putting pictures in the blog, do not try to like copy and paste. Do not try to use a copy paste tool. You have to actually have the picture and then upload the picture. There's a little thing you click on Blogger to upload a picture. Make sure you do that. And it's also easier if you put them where you want them. If you just go put all your pictures in and then start typing, it's hard to get the pictures moved where you want them. So it's better if you have your cursor clicked and then insert the picture there. Those are just some little tips I found over time that I just have said, delete your pictures and put them where you need them, and then it fixes everything because things get a little messy in there. But okay, any other questions about this?
No.
Okay, and that's it. That seems like kind of a lot. There are the lighting quiz and the lighting and sign quiz that is due this week, I believe. Most of you have done that. A lot of people have done it, about half. Most people have done the test 2. So I've got all that stuff graded that I have. And then the next thing that is due, I did update, oh yeah, that's the next thing I wanted to show you. The schedule is updated. I just put all the new dates and deadlines at the top. So everything is at this bottom part of the schedule that we followed. This is all basically out the window, gone, done. So up here, I just thought it would be easier to have just a list of all your due dates and when everything is, when everything is due. So you have until next week. I tried to make everything due on Sundays at midnight. So you have until the 19th before you really have to turn anything else in besides those quizzes, besides those little quizzes. Those are due at the end of this week. But then I would go ahead and get started definitely on your digital store plan. If you need to do a digital display plan, get started on that, and your blog. Go ahead and get started on all of those so you don't get stuck at the last minute. We will have one last Zoom meeting on April 29th, just 9 o'clock like class. On that one's a little bit more, it's not required, but if you don't come to the Zoom meeting that time, we're basically going to go through the blog and just let everyone kind of talk about your blog post and what you learned from doing it, and just sort of share what you blogged about in a really quick thing. We can all go read your blog, but just share what your blog post is about. And if you don't come to that Zoom meeting, you'll have to do a discussion board about a blog post. So just that one's easy to just come and come. And I just want to see you one last time before official summer.
I have a question.
Mhm.
It said blog draft due on the 17th and then final due on the 27th. Is that like we're doing it through the actual, like we're going in and posting it on the actual blog and then you'll like approve it?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're not like typing it in anything else. We're doing it in that software or website?
Yep. And
Okay.
you just, there's a little button on the blog that says publish, and you won't push that button. I'll push that button.
Okay, so we'll just leave it, but do it before the 17th?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, just leave it in there before the 17th. And when you've got it in there, I'll check on it, but when you've got it, I mean, you might go in and work on it and then not be ready for me to look at it yet. So I'll send out in an email, when you're ready for me to look at your blog, send me an email and say, hey, I'm ready for you to look at my blog post. Make sure you put your name on your blog posts also, because I can't tell who's done them. So just make sure, such and such by Corinne Carroll. And that way I can go in and look at it, and then I'll just send you back an email with feedback about what, what needs to be changed or fixed or whatever. And then you can make your final changes. I want us to have plenty of time, because some people, I go in one time, I look at it and okay, yeah, it looks good. We can publish that. Other people, we have to do a little bit more work on it, and I want you to have plenty of time to get that done. So, what else?
Well, I have questions about the. So I was wondering if you guys came up with the alternate assignment yet for the work experience.
Oh yeah. So for work experience, we have come up with some alternatives basically for work experience. So we want you can go ahead and enroll in work experience and internship. We want you to still try to find a job unless you are enrolled in work experience right now, which no one is. You wouldn't want to do the alternative assignments yet. We want you to try, but obviously we don't know what anything is going to look like in 2 months or anything. So yeah, we have it set up where I can show it to you if you'd like. It's let's see where.
I was just curious. That's all.
Yeah.
Are we for internship and stuff? Are you still signing us up for that, or do we need to do that ourselves?
You fill out the Google form.
Yeah.
And if you did that, we put people in. Well, I know we put people in work experience yesterday. I'm not sure. I gave her the internship list. I'm not positive if she's done it yet, but she will be doing it this week.
Okay.
So if you filled out the Google form, you will be put into internship or work experience I know everyone has been put into work experience, except a couple people with holds on their account. Internship, I don't know that she's put people in there yet, but she will soon. So yeah, you'll get enrolled by us. This is what the alternative assignments that we came up with looks like, and it's the same for work experience and internship. So there's basically different tasks you do, and they're worth hours instead of points. So if you got 100 hours from working, you could make up 110 hours from these things. So that's kind of the way we have it laid out. But it's not completely finalized yet, but that's kind of what it looks like, just so you know. So, but yeah, we've got approval from everyone to, give you alternatives and all of that. So we can all get you done with work experience or internship, no matter what the situation is. So,
Well, like for me, I've been working at Hy-Vee at a grocery store, and like literally all they've been having me do is be a courtesy clerk and like say hi to the customers and interact with the customers and wipe down carts.
yeah, which, that's not ideal, but right now it is what it is. That's the places that are hiring is Walmart, grocery stores, Dollar General, Home Depot, places that sell toilet paper. So if that's the job you can get right now, we're going to count it. It's really hard for us to count food service, but basically anything else, and even, I would say, even if you're working in food service, we could do maybe half of your hours come from that job and half of your hours come from alternative assignments that are more fashion related. But because working anywhere you're working with people and doing customer service, you're getting some skills. They're just not necessarily fashion skills, but you are getting, I actually saw a job posting for a bridal company that said they requested or recommended that you have worked in food service because they, which I've said this a long time. If you can work at McDonald's or Taco Bell and be happy and help the customers, you're going to be able to do any job and be successful at it, So they actually recommended, like they said, not required, but recommended that you've worked in food service before for a bridal company. So, no job is a bad job right now. So we will definitely be flexible.
I've definitely learned that old people can get super snappy. Like super snappy, and I'm like, okay.
He's doing a lot to help out older, they've got a special shopping time for them and everything.
Right.
So, I don't know. Wherever who is still working? Liz, you're not, right? You're closed up.
Yeah, so I'm on unemployment, or I have filed for unemployment because we're going to be closed for at least till April 30th because that's when Johnson County has like their stay-at-home order till.
Yeah.
So far from then, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I got paid I could like weeks after we closed down, but then after that, they're like, "Yep, you're on furlough till further notice." So.
Yeah.
I could be working at State Farm because they're still open, but a lot of them have underlying health conditions. So since I wasn't feeling good, they didn't want me to come into the office because they're not letting anyone in besides like the 5 people that work there.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, totally get it. Maddie, you're not, Victoria's Secret's not open.
No, they paid us for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I had to file for unemployment on Sunday. So
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna, and I don't know. I mean, there are still people hiring, like Walmart, Target. I mean, the people that are opened are hiring more people. But I also am not. If you don't feel comfortable going out and working right now, I'm not going to force you to go out and get a job either when you're dealing with people. So some people are and want to, but others don't. So it's a weird time. So.
I can definitely tell you that I've gotten plenty of people say that me wiping down cards is one of the most important like jobs in what I'm doing right now, and they are so appreciative of it. Like it's not even money.
I can agree with that. We don't have Hy-Vee here, but yeah, I get freaked out touching anything in a store. So yeah, I think
Yeah, I've been on all Walmart pickups. I can't even go in there.
Yeah. I know. So, and I mean, our industry, we're going to see, I've been reading, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen, and I've been reading a lot of stuff, and I think we will see a lot of companies go out of business, and it's going to look scary, but they're companies that weren't super stable to begin with, and I think for each one that goes out of business, others are going to either grow bigger, stronger, they're going to diversify, or we're going to have new, smaller companies come in that are innovative and new, and they're really going to, thrive. So there will
Right.
be, huh?
I said right, because like a lot of stores in Kansas City that I used to go to, they're closing shop. Like they're closed literally. There's a lot of daycares that are closed permanently also.
Yeah. So
like my mom's jazzercise right now, like her boss, like she does jazzercise when I'm at home anyway. But like she's freaking out. She doesn't know what to do or if they're gonna survive what's going on.
Yeah, I know it's rough, and for fashion, it's going to look scary. I mean, we're going to see big department stores closing, but it's because they were already sort of limping along, and this is just going to take them out. But someone who's new,
Yeah, I feel like even like the department stores that haven't been moving towards e-commerce fast enough, this is gonna like hit them harder, because that's been like a big thing the last 3-5 years is like the e-commerce part of the retail, even if you are a department store.
Yep. Yeah, and diversifying. Really, I think the department store that's going to come out okay is Nordstrom. Others,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I think JCPenney's probably done for, maybe. I mean, I've said that for a while, but I think they're probably going to be taken down. Macy's is going to struggle. I don't know if they'll be able to come out of it or not. I think the smaller ones, I mean, I think Cato and Goodies, I think those might actually be okay. I don't know. You don't know?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they were struggling to begin with because, like, I know our store in particular, our numbers were down last year, but we got a new store manager and we increased by, I don't even know, like, I want to say 17%. Like, it was ridiculous how much we increased our sales last year, but we're still a small